Virgo, welcome back to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Virgolicious, I'm a serve delish. I'm going to be doing your reading from January 12th, which is my dad's birthday, to the 18th of January. And this is a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. Now, in this reading, dear Virgo, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify the main challenge and get some final advice for you. Na Virgo is the female version of the Hasala, honey. So, Virg, here is the thing. I had an amazing, fascinating New Year. Okay, with my best friend Virgo and their family. It was amazing. And I hope that you also enjoy the new year, and 2026 is going to be slay and surf. So I'm saying. Okay, so your challenge, dear Virgo, is the Judgment. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Swords followed by the Six of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So Virgo, your challenge here has a lot to do with the Judgment energy, and this is about you realizing and recognizing something about a specific situation. You could be dealing with the Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. I'm getting here air sign, Gemini. Could be another earth sign. The signs really don't that much matter. What matters is the energy that I'm feeling. You have a very important decision here to make about somebody that you have trust issues with. Okay, we're going to clarify this and we're going to see how is this decision going to affect your upcoming week. Now, in the recent past, we have the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. In the recent past, for many of you, even though there was, just as much as there was a lot of investment into some sort of a connection, there was also that much confusion. You kept investing and going into relationship on and on and on, putting all of your maybe eggs in one basket just because you felt like that, this is going to work out, everything's great. A lot of you were even independent and single when you met this person, or you thought there could be an opportunity here to grow something out of this. But I feel like with the Seven of Cups, there was a lot of confusion, and also there was a lot of somebody who tried to keep their options open. So a lot of conversations about that as well. We're going to clarify this in a moment. In the near future, you have in the present moment, you have the Two of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Hanged Man. Pisces is what represents the Hanged Man. For many of you, you might be dealing with the Pisces, you might be dealing with another air sign, but you have a tough decision here to make in your mind, and this has a lot to do with you wanting to know if you should cut this person out of your life or not. Dear cross watchers, if you're watching this for your sign and you're watching this for Virgo, you have dealt with the Virgo. If you haven't done that to Virgo, do not take these readings personal. Do not take these readings personal if you haven't done this to Virgo. Don't be 2-year-old little kid in the comments, going crazy just because I said that, Virgo, you might be wanting to cut out this person. This person could be a Pisces. Maybe you are not that Pisces, right? Use your cognitive skills, your frontal lobe, your brain cells to understand that those readings are general, international, 8 billion type of people reading. You know what I mean? I have to repeat this sometimes because people don't understand that these readings are for entertainment purposes, and they may resonate and they may not, right? So this is something very important that I just sometimes need to remind people, especially beginning of 2026. Now back to you, Virgo. You have a decision here to make, okay? And you go back and forth in your mind of what is it that you really want to do with the Two of Swords, cut this person off or not. We're going to clarify this shortly. In the near future, you have the Justice, the Empress, and the Ace of Swords. In the near future, a lot of you also might be dealing with the Libra. In the near future, for a lot of you, there is some sort of a clarity that's going to come towards your way. Someone here wants to talk. Someone here wants to clarify a situation and wants to set things right with you. Now, at the bottom of the deck, what you don't see coming is this conversation here has a lot to do with this is a person from the past, by the way. They're coming back, okay? Now, I like to explain the meanings of the cards so it makes more sense. Now, for many of you, dear Virgos, there was a lot of conflict that happened between you and this person with the Five of Swords. There has been drama. There has been a lot of misunderstanding. And Six of Cups, this person is coming back. You also have the Seven of Swords. You don't trust this person fully. Seven of Swords is the card of deception, lies, dishonesty, someone here hiding something, tiptoeing. That's what the cards are. So you don't trust this person fully, and you need to make sure that this person's coming with a genuine apology if they do so with the Page of Cups. And then you are going to decide if this is somebody that you would want to commit to or not with the Hierophant, because Hierophant here is about commitment, okay? Now let's get into your reading and see what is it that you need to know, dear Virgo. Judgment. The judgment day has come. Judgmentino and Otelomino. Okay, so the judgment, let's clarify that as a main challenge, dear Virgo. So your challenge, dear Virgo, which is the judgment, is clarified by the Death card, the Seven of Cups, and the Six of Wands, and you have the Page of Cups. So your biggest challenge here has a lot to do with, when this person comes towards you, not if, but when they come towards you and make an apology and ask for a second chance. Someone here is going to want to ask for a second chance. Is this something that you see potentially transforming and changing or not? Radical transformation is what you're ultimately looking into. For many of you, you know that you want to be very successful in many areas of your life. You're a Virgo, that's very obvious also. Not that nobody wants to be, but I think that for you, for 2026, there is something about your career and your self-development, your empowerment. You really want to put yourself out there. So when this person comes, not if, but when this person comes and they want to transform and change this relationship with you, you have a tough decision here to make, because it's going to be difficult for you to really, commit to this person in the first place, because you don't know if this person is coming from an honest place or not. Why? Because this is something that might have already happened in the past. This person, you know that they have maybe concealed something from you. There could have been third-party situations. There could have been, a lot of things this person was holding back. But also on the other side of the coin, I do see here you and this person having many shared moments together. A lot of laughter, a lot of love, a lot of very strong spiritual connection. So that's why there was this dissonance, okay? This cognitive dissonance that was created in you, trying to understand, if that was the case, why did this person avoid it? Why did this person lie? Why did this person not tell me the truth? So in the recent past, you have the Seven of Cups, and it's clarified by the King of Swords, the Five of Wands, and the Hierophant, and the Star at the bottom of the deck. For many of you, I think that you did have this idea and this vision of being in a very loving, committed marriage and relationship to this person, okay, solid relationship. But there was constant argument. Five of Wands and the Hierophant. This constant arguments and conflict had a lot to do with commitment, had a lot to do with marriage, had a lot to do with really just not being on the same page together. So for many of you, you and this person may have shared different cultural values, different cores, just so many things that really maybe didn't resonate at the time. It's like both of you met each other. There was a lot of love and chemistry, wrong timing, wrong situations, wrong circumstances, possibly third parties also. I do see here constant arguments and conflict. Okay, someone here also tried to appear to be as like super smart. The Seven of Pentacles in the past is clarified by the Six of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, and the Devil. Okay, so one of the reasons why many of you decided to walk away from this situation was because it was super toxic, it was super unhealthy. You might have felt even that you were being breadcrumbed by this person, okay? Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Was this person breadcrumbing you? There was a lot of investment. There was this moment where, oh my gosh, everything is going great. I think this is going to be perfect. This is going to be awesome. But at the same time, for many of you, I feel like with the Devil, something here was super toxic, could have dealt with the Capricorn. I'm not saying Capricorns are toxic. Don't twist things around, okay? Please don't twist things around. When I say a Capricorn, doesn't mean all Capricorns are like, it could be a Leo, and I'm a Leo, and I could still say a Leo. You might have dealt with a Leo who was toxic. You see what I'm saying? So for a lot of you, dear Virgos, in the recent past, it felt very unsatisfactory and you had to walk away from this situation. Now, in the past with the Nine of Pentacles, for many of you, you chose to focus on yourself. I mean, that's what a Virgo does, right? You transmute. You are an alchemist. That's your spiritual calling. That's your spiritual title, an alchemist. You alchemize situation, you transmute, okay, and you rise above from any adversity. Now, Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Emperor, the Ten of Swords, and the Star, and the Temperance. This is literally the card of alchemization. When you see the Temperance, you're pouring this water from one cup to another. That is an alchemical process. One foot inside the water, that is your spirituality, that is your consciousness, that is your spiritual journey, and one foot on the ground. That means you also were able to ground yourself. There is definitely something very spiritual about this connection and this situation, that it elevated you and it took you to the next level. For a lot of you in the recent past, you actually stepped into your power. It did take a lot for you to really, rise above from these challenging times, from this adversity, from this feeling of betrayal. But one by one, day by day, dear beautiful Virgos, you did pick yourself up and you did really step into your power with the Emperor. And I think a lot of you realize and recognize that, there is something about you, kind of maybe you felt like you attracted the same type of people over the past few years. And maybe there is a subconscious belief, or maybe there is a limiting belief that you have about love and about commitment that might have come from your childhood and from your upbringing that you are healing with. And, I've seen many people also, saying that they have been really working on their shadow, like doing shadow work and also healing their childhood trauma, because a lot of the behavioral patterns, a lot of the ways that we deal with in relationships, it also comes from our childhood and what kind of a parental figure do we have when we were growing up. This is for everybody. It's not just for you. Okay, and this can affect immensely on a person's ability to navigate in relationships successfully. In the present moment, you have a decision here to make with the Two of Swords, dear Virgo. The Two of Swords here talks about, trusting your intuition, clarified by the Justice, the Fool, and the Chariot. Yeah, you are basically wanting to move forward. A lot of you are thinking about maybe cutting this situation off, and you are like, you know what, I'm on to a brand new journey here. If this person comes towards me with a genuine apology, whether they come or not, I'm going to move forward. That's what I'm seeing here. Whether this person comes forward to you with an apology or not, you have the Eight of Wands and the Hermit. You already have made up your mind to move forward. You have the Hermit and the Eight of Wands. And I feel like this person is going to send you a text message. They're going to send you some sort of a communication with the Eight of Wands. There is incoming news coming towards your way. And this has a lot to do, dear Virgo, of you, just like the Hermit is holding the lantern, recognizing which direction do I move forward to? Do I actually move on from this person, or do I move with them? Do I move on with them? And there is something here that needs to be right, the Justice. There could be even some legal matters involved as well. You do want to make things right. I see you here not wanting to have any bad blood with anybody. You want to make things right. You want to make sure that you and this person are on the same page. There is this mutual understanding and respect between you and this person. The King of Swords is clarified by the King of Cups, the Temperance, and the Five of Swords. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sagittarius energy. For many of you, this person wants to heal things with you. This person wants to get over that past drama, because someone here was very, very argumentative with you in the past. Someone here maybe said something. There was a lot of competitiveness going on also with the Five of Swords. I feel like someone might have said something and left. And now this person is realizing that, you know what, they would want to come towards you and make an offer to you. There is something also about blue eyes. Doesn't have to be blue eyes, blonde hair. It could be anything, any color, but that's what I'm picking up on. Also, longer hair as well, like a male with longer hair maybe. Doesn't have to be. And you have the Sun at the bottom of the deck. There is also this person with the Hangman. This is both of you being able to see this situation from different angle. This is all about a second chance. This is all about seeing if there is a possibility of you and this person working through something which can lead to a second chance. And many of you may say, Arman, this is not just a second chance. This is so many chances that I've tried to give this person. The Hangman is clarified by the Page of Swords, Ten of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, that communication, what this person is going to want to talk to you. Okay, that message has a lot to do with the Ten of Cups energy, which is about marriage, family, commitment, relationship, and you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords here is about execution of an idea and communication of one's thoughts. So I think that's what this person is going to tell you, and I think that they're coming from a different approach, but still them coming from a different approach and telling you that they have understood what they need to fix is one thing, but also you seeing practically that this person has changed, that's a different thing. So you have the Justice here again in the near future. There could be legal matters, there could be marriage, divorce situations. I don't go deep into these things. Now, the Justice is clarified by the King of Wands, the Strength, and the Five of Cups, and the Four of Wands. One of the things that I see here with this person, dear Virgo, is that they feel like they don't want to have an opportunity here that might have been considered as missed. They don't want to have a missed opportunity with you. This person may really, really want to work things out with you. They do seem to be quite upset and sad over the fact that the way that things, unfolded between you and them. Whatever happened between you and this person, I feel like there is a lot more sadness on their side. You do seem to be sad as well, but this is someone that really, really cared for you deeply, but I feel like that this person was incapable and they didn't have the ability to fully come towards you and commit to you. Okay, and now they're wanting to make things right with the Empress. This is about wanting to give back to you in one way or form, wanting to nurture you, there is a lot of substance to this relationship. It's giving Taurus energy, and also the planet, that's the sign of a Venus here, right there on the heart, and Cancer is ruled by Venus, so that is about relationship, partnership, romance, and pleasure. Now, the Empress for you in the near future is clarified by the Hanged Man, Four of Cups, and the King of Swords. So this is someone that wants to make an offer to you, and you really are going to take your time to think if you want to accept it or reject it. The Hanged Man here is the card of a Pisces. Again, some of you are dealing with a water sign. And for many of you, you are going to take your time to think about it. You see the King of Swords is looking the other way, and there is an offer that is being made in the Four of Cups, right? The middle card, and the Hanged Man. For many of you are going to take a moment, respectfully check out, and that's what I'm picking up on. You really, really are going to take your time to weigh it down and to think and to decide if this is something that you would want to fully embrace and fully go full force or not. And this has a lot to do with finally, when you get that clarity here, you making up your decision, you also communicating something very clearly with this person. There has been many, many times when you and this person went back and forth, and you did have a lot of doubts in your mind. I feel like and I'm going to clarify this in a second, dear Virgo. Five of Swords here in the recent past. This person is returning to resolve this conflict here. Okay, Six of Cups and Five of Swords. This is somebody from the past that you already had known, and you had seen maybe red flags. I don't know if red is your favorite color, but you did see a lot of red flags. You did notice that things were not right, and some of you maybe kind of held back from communicating those things to this person because you maybe said to yourself, if I say this to them, they might leave me. If I express myself, then I might be misunderstood and they may leave me. And that is something that people really need to work on. Everyone, you know what I mean? It's not just you, because sometimes people have certain attachment style, and that makes them question, oh my gosh, if I question them, or if I respectfully ask them, what if they abandon me? What if they leave me? And this speaks about a much deeper issue than what we may know. So the Ace of Swords is clarified by the Judgment, which is your challenge, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Magician. Yeah, you are a master manifester. You are also an alchemist. And let me explain why. Okay, so you have the Judgment, which is your main challenge, right? I said there is an important decision you're going to make, and this has a lot to do with you heading towards a direction, manifesting a reality where you're abundant, where you are feeling really successful and wealthy. You're definitely setting up an intention here to make a positive shift towards yourself. Thankfully, the Wheel of Fortune is here. This is about change of events, shifting. We already successfully closed off number 9, which is 2025. That in numerology, that means, shedding off our old skin, shedding off our old beliefs, our old behaviors, and we're in the year of the fire horse. So this means actually getting up on the horse and moving forward. And you have all the tools in front of you, just like the Magician, to create your reality. Okay, the magician has one hand above and the other hand down. So that means as above, so below. What are you manifesting for you? Because here is the thing, whether this person comes back or not, you are going to create the life that you want. Whether they apologize or not, you are still going to be successful and wealthy. This has a lot to do with you seeing the substance, the substantial changes that this person has made within themselves for you to really get back with them. And you as a Virgo, dear Virgo, I don't see that as something that you're going to want to like do it right away, that you're going to commit right away, because you don't want to go back into a dynamic here where you don't have, or to a person where you don't see full proof of them actually changing and fully committing. The conversation and the apology and of them saying that they're wanting to see this situation from and approach this relationship from a different angle is going to be there. But you have the choice here and the decision here to make, because the power is in your hand. Now, what is the advice? Let's see what is the advice for my Virgs. So Virgo, you have the Nine of Swords, the Star, the Seven of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Seven of Wands and the Seven of Swords. 7-7 could have a very significant meaning for you, by the way. So your advice here has a lot to do with you just really recognizing and seeing Nine of Swords. Is this something that you could potentially get involved with again, and it may cause a lot of stress or not? Okay, with the Star, this is about a healing. This is about a future. The Star here can represent a hope and a wish, and hope and a wish being fulfilled. It may be fulfilled, but I think that you just need to be very precautious and be careful of not falling into the same situation where someone here may bring a lot of chaos. And with the Seven of Wands, they're coming back, but they still have addictions. They still have certain tendencies. They still are concealing certain things. They still are not telling you the truth. There is a lot of conflict. And, that may create a lot of overthinking in your mind, and you don't want to be in that kind of a dynamic. You know what I mean? And I've seen this happen a lot for what I've done so far, the readings, for the earth signs, is that you're becoming very confident in saying yes to yourself and no to anything or to anyone that may be a threat to your peace and to your own sanity and to your own success, okay? And that's something that I can definitely applaud. Now, this is what I had for you, dear Virgo. And once again, thank you so much for being here. We are going to be continuing to serve and to slay all the way through. I love you so much, dear Virgo, and I wish you have an amazing week ahead, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.